untried heart. Now take my life and let me prove how dear to me thou art. Amid the night of sin and death, thy light hath filled my soul. To me thy loving voice now saith, thy faith
And we are live here in the Schaefer Center on the campus of Nelson University. And it is an exciting time. I'm John Cookman. Beside me is Ethan Kern. We will be your commentary host tonight, and I don't think we could be more excited. This is so much fun. How are you feeling?
Yeah, this is my first national see how it goes.
Absolutely. And just a really quick entry on how we got here. This is the Waxahachie Pod. And I don't want to assume anybody knows anything, so I'm just kind of start from the ground up. But the idea is it's like the big dance in the NCAA. It's 64 total teams that have made the national tournament. This is rounds 1, so tonight will be the first round. There are 32 games going on, starting like right now. Actually, a couple games started just a couple of hours ago. I think we've got some finals from the very first ones. But all night tonight, there will be 32 games played tonight in the NAIA first round of the national tournament. We're one of them. There's actually 16 host pods. So if you can imagine, 64 teams, 4 teams will go to one of these 16 pods. Waxahachie, Nelson University, is the host of one of those pods this year. That changes from year to year, and it usually goes to one of the top 16 ranked teams, usually. And there's some rules about that, how that works, but you can kind of just understand the top 16 teams have the first right of refusal. Well, Nelson University comes in ranked number 4 in the nation. They got the 4th 1 seed. So if you know how quadrants work in the tournament bracket. So that is why we are here in Waxahachie, just a little bit of south of Dallas. So we are in the DFW Metroplex, and it has been a lot of fun. So there's 4 teams. Naturally, Nelson University. They will be playing the 16th seed in Arkansas Baptist. That will be game number 2 of tonight. Game 1 is the feature, and this is going to be a barn burner. This is one that we are about to see. High anticipation. We looked through all the brackets, and all the 8-9s are very, very good. They're must-see matches. This is definitely one of those, and it is the 8th seed, Benedictine Mesa Redhawks, and they are playing the 9th seed, Southwestern College of Kansas. And both of these teams are really brilliant. And I like all the coaches that we talk to. They all say, well, if you make the tournament, you're good. You are good, and anything can happen. So 8-9, that's always a coin flip. And I just don't know how to pick. You got to pick? You got to pick on Benedictine?
Like you said it perfectly. They are both very evenly matched up. They're both very good offensively and defensively. Both have over 20 wins on the season. If I had to choose one, I might lean Benedictine Mesa just a little bit, but Southwestern is very talented themselves, and I could absolutely see them winning this game.
Yeah, I absolutely. I think I have been high on Benedictine all year because we run a national podcast that actually talks about all the teams across the nation, and Benedictine has been high on the Champion Sports Network Performance Index all year. So we've seen them. We've seen that name. And Southwestern plays in a very, very big, stout conference called the KCAC. Matter of fact, I probably need to mention the conferences. The Great Southwest Conference on the West Coast is where Benedictine plays. They're from Arizona. They have a lot of California teams. And of course, the Kansas Athletic Conference, KCAC, they have most of their stuff is teams and institutions are in the Kansas, Missouri. I don't think there's any Oklahoma. I'm trying to think. Nebraska, yeah, you got York and Nebraska. So those are those areas. They are in 2 separate arcs. Arcs are a big thing in the NAIA. Each arc has 4 conferences. I won't go too deep into that, but these two teams have not seen each other, not met up, and it's hard to get a grasp on how these two teams will actually compete together other than you just kind of do deductive reasoning. So you got any idea about the style that these two teams play?
Yeah, Benedictine Mesa is very good defensively, especially in the paint, and that combats with Southwestern very well. They're really good shooting, especially around the three-point arc. They have been exceptional, a little over 39% from three-point land. They're very good shooting, and it will match up well with Benedictine's defense.
Yeah, I agree. Talking about Benedictine, they're very deep in the paint. They got a lot of guys that can protect the rim and do a lot of good work. They got some dribble drive combinations from outside. They're very, very good at speed, but they try to get it down in the paint and do a lot of work. You were able to catch up with Coach Frank Woodford from Benedictine a little earlier. Why don't we listen to your interview with him and see what he has to say about it?
Very efficient defensively so far this season, allowing just 69 points a game. What has allowed you guys so much success on the defensive side of the ball?
I know it sounds kind of cliche, but I think we just have a group that listens. We don't really do anything different this year as opposed to other years where maybe we didn't. But we have a good group of listeners this year that actually are really taking it in, have invested, have bought in, and they're getting the results of that buy-in.
Offensively, you guys have been very successful. 5 separate players averaging over 10 points per game. What has allowed so many different players to have success this season?
They don't love it, but it's the way we play offense. We don't call set plays where player A gets a special play ran for them. We run a motion where if you're in the right spot at the right time, you might get a shot. And so it helps us be a little bit spontaneous because we don't always know who's going to get the shot. And it helps us kind of force the ball to be moved around, but it's also allowed us to have multiple guys be able to score because everyone gets pretty much equal amount of touches.
You're going against Southwestern today. What's the keys to victory for you guys?
A lot. They're so good. They shoot it really well. They have big size. They get offense rebounds. They finish in the paint. I think for us, we're going to have to really contest shots and then rebound, like really rebound.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck today.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. So great interview, by the way. I love to hear the coaches talk, and I think the one word that comes to me when I see Benedictine Mesa play their balance, and he talked a little bit about the balance. They have 5 guys, close to 6 guys that score double digits. So it's really by committee, that scoring, but they score 84 points a game. So they consistently do this scoring by committee. It's just become their thing. They're very, very balanced. Where in contrast, you go over to Southwestern College, and I just thought, I don't think I said their nickname, which they're the Mound Builders. The Mound Builders are very efficient, and they move to spots. They know where they're supposed to be. They get there and use leverage and efficiency. And both of these teams are very good on defense. Benedictine holds their opponents to 69 points a game, and Southwestern, they hold their opponents to 69. So they're really dead even on the defensive side. So that's going to be really interesting to see. So I don't think defense is going to be a problem. It's who can get the ball in the bucket, and the one thing that we really didn't talk about. Matter of fact, you caught up with Coach O'Brien. So let's listen to that interview, and then he'll allude to it, and then I'll talk about it.
Very efficient offensively, especially beyond the arc this year. What has allowed you guys to have so much success from 3?
Well, we work well together. We have a good inside game. Nigel John does a really good job for us inside, and then we've got some good three-point shooters. So I think that balance helps us.
You guys lost Wyatt Bell in the conference tournament. What can we expect from this team without him today?
Well, we've had some time to practice. In the conference tournament, we didn't have any practice time once we lost him. So I think it's helped us to have a good week of practice to prepare for it.
You're going against Benedictine Mesa today. What's the game plan to come away with a victory?
Well, they're so good. They're so well coached, very, very athletic. We're going to have to play extremely hard and together to have a chance. I think our transition defense is going to be a key. We've got to have our guys sprint back on defense.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck today.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, so you asked him about Wyatt Bell, and that's kind of one of those, and Coach coach world, we don't want to talk about who's not going to play. But he gave us a good answer. I just want to, as a neutral party looking in, that's 18 points per game. 18 points per game are going to be missing. So somehow in the strategy and the chessboard last night and the few nights before, the coaches have to get together and create a game plan on how do you make up that. I think, and this is my prediction, is that you got to play bigger, better defense. And he mentioned we really got to watch our transition defense. Got to get back every time. Can't let them get easy scores. If they can do that, I think they will be well on their way to making up that 18-point deficit that's not going to play in Wyatt Bell. And this is the card. These are the cards. This is the hand that you were dealt, right? So you got to deal with it. You don't think about the negative side, and you build on what you have. And notoriously, in tournaments, guys step up. Yeah. Guys just step up, and they're going to want to do this for Wyatt. And I think we're going to see some fantastic long-range shooting tonight from the mound builders. And this is going to be a tight nail biter. It's going to get down, right down. I'm predicting we're not going to know who's going to win even under 2 minutes. So you're not going to want to miss that. Some of the keys to win for Benedictine, I think, just do what you do. Be strong in the paint. Control the boards. They're very, very dominant on the glass. If they could get some second chance points, which I think they can because they're very good at that, then, you just don't know. I mean, that could be the recipe for you to get your win.
Yeah, and the way you combat that, if you're Southwestern, like we talked about, is just shooting. If you can get outside the perimeter, use the full half court to your ability, and just have your shooters shoot lights out, you could really make this a game and end up winning it at the end. Absolutely.
This is so exciting. The March Madness is upon us. I hope you that are watching in are as excited as we are. We hate that you can't be here in the Schaefer Center. It is an electric atmosphere. It's a great place to play. I don't know if you can see on your screen when you look over our shoulder, but there's a huge jumbotron, and we're going to call on you guys to interact and support your team. You can chat in the chat windows if you're on Facebook or YouTube, and support your team. They'll see it live in the Schaefer. We're going to be back after this.
Sneakers on the cedar floor, scoreboard shining like a Texas mall. Nelson, you with the quick fast break, push that pace, make the whole rim shake. Arkansas Baptist, blue collar grind, box out hard, keep that hard on the line. Benedictine, Mesa from the desert sun, now they under bright lights going one-on-one. Southwestern College with the full court press, from tip-off on, they don't ever rest. 4 names, 1 dream in the same address. Waxahachie on the bracket, gotta pass this test. This that Waxahachie ride. Yeah, we hooping in the sun, from the small town street to the banners when it's done. And nothing back to Mesa, Southwestern on a mission. It's that NAIA fight, feel the heart, feel the friction. It's that Waxahachie run, jumping as one. Every loose ball, every call, every shot, every love. From the tip to the buzzer, only one can rise above. But in this Texas gym, we all play for the love. For the love. Sweat on the line that last time out. Coach draw plays, crowd wildin' out. Nelson, you huddle, eyes locked in. Trust each other, let the word clock in. Arkansas Baptist with a prayer in the night. Said we came too far, not to show 'em my job. Benedictine, Mesa, tap the name on their chest. Every mile, every rep, it's the whole quest. Southwestern College with that underdog fire. Stare at the rim like it's barbed wire. 4-story same, kept it in this Texas town. Only 40 more minutes till the neck comes down. This that Waxahachie run. This that Waxahachie run. Yeah, we hooping in the sun. Hooping in the sun. From the small town streets to the banners when it's done. Banners when it's done. Listen back to Mesa, Southwestern on a mission. It's the NAIA fight, feel the heart, feel the friction. It's that Waxahachie run, jumping as one. Every loose ball, every call, every shot, every love. From the tip to the buzzer, only one can rise above. But in this Texas gym, we all play for the love. Play for the love. Play for the love.
welcome to the NAIA Men's Basketball National Championship. First round hosted on the campus of Nelson University. This game features the Mound Builders of Southwestern College from Winfield, Kansas, and the Red Hawks of Benedictine University, Mesa, from Mesa, Arizona. The national anthem provides student athletes and fans an important and time-honored opportunity to honor our country and recognize its principles. The NAIA asks that you now stand. Please remove your caps as we honor God with prayer. Then please remain standing and face the flag as we honor our country with the national anthem. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day that you have given us. I pray for all these athletes that you protect them and keep them safe. And no matter what the result is, whether win or lose, we give you all the glory because in your name we play and pray. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And now let's get the starters. First, for the number 9 seed, the Mound Builders of Southwestern College. At guard, number 2, Evan Barber. At guard, number 11, Eli Sutters. At guard, number 13, Isaac Albright. At forward, number 20, Austin Hilton. And at forward, number 32, Nigel John. The Mound Builders are coached by Noah Shedd, Abraham Rodriguez, Micah Gabler, and Jimmy McSorley. And the head coach of the Mound Builders in his 17th season, Matt O'Brien. And now the starters for the number 8 seed, the Red Hawks of Benedictine University. At guard, number 0, Eric Blackwell. At guard, number 2, Damian Sabat. At guard, number 4, Isaiah Howard. And at forward, number 21, Corey Dunn Jr. And at forward, number 52, Malik Payton. The Red Hawks are coached by Zach Foster, Zach Cade, and Scott Nicholson. The head coach of the Red Hawks in his 3rd season, Frank Woodford.
All right, there you have it. The pregame festivities are in the history books now of 2026. This is the Waxahachie Pod. If you're just joining us and you did not tune in to the pregame show, you are seeing the game 1 of this first and second round of the national tournament Waxahachie Pod. And that is the 4 teams of Nelson University, Arkansas Baptist, Benedictine Mesa, who is in the white, and Southwestern College in the dark jerseys. They're about to tip it off. And I'm excited for this one, Ethan.
Yeah, me too. I mean, obviously, national tournament, it's always going to be fun, but 2, 8, and 9 seeds is all you can ask for. Both these teams match up very well. It'll be a lot of fun to see how this one ends up.
High pressure defense provided by the Red Hawks of Benedictine. Oh,
nice
that's
pass.
A great cut. Back door. Got it to go. Southwestern College, first one's on the scoreboard. This is our first look, first possession, offensive possession for the Red Hawks of Benedictine. Drains it from the side, not really the corner, but about an 11-foot jumper. And here come the Red Hawks. I think they're going to say he stepped on the line, and they do.
Really high pressure defense so far from Benedictine. It's been really good for them. They allowed 2 points in the first possession, but it's been really good defense, really high pressure defense that we'd like to see for the rest of the game for the Red Hawks.
Southwestern runs it from the high post. They get the entry down. It's a little dribble drive. It's no good on the fadeaway. Here come the Red Hawks. That's going to be a blocking foul.
Benedictine had numbers there coming up the court. I would have liked to see them push it a little bit, see if they can get a quick transition score, but
yeah, I
slowed it down and ended up getting the foul anyways.
Yeah, they haven't played in about 10 days or so, so this is a little bit of a get used to getting back into this high competitive zone. So I don't hate that they're not taking high risk at the moment.
Good defense there, good poke out.
Oh, great defense from the top. Here come the Red Hawks, running fast. They get the score, and that's going to be a 30-second timeout coming from Coach O'Brien and the Mound Builders. They want to maybe talk about a few things. All right, well, we got a special guest joining us, and we're going to throw some special guests at you from time to time as they ask, and it's a real neat opportunity to get to know the coaches and get to know some of these other teams we've not had any experience with, and I'm sure you haven't either. But host coach, head coach of the Nelson Lions, Delton Dill. How are you doing, Coach Dill?
Doing great, doing great. Good day of basketball. Good day for basketball.
Yeah, are you nervous?
It's at
Tell
this point,
the truth. Tell the
listen,
truth.
you always have a little bit of emotions, but to me, I always feel like this is like the best time of year. This is like the most exciting time. So you're nervous, but it's really more positive nervousness probably than just scared that their season's going to end. I'm just excited about what we got in front of us.
So, did you get any sleep last night?
A little bit, I tried to do some things to get myself to calm down a little as we're going forward.
Nice shot.
They're going to wave that one off and say it is no good. That was Sawyer's, and they're going to say it was on the floor. Yeah, I mean, otherwise it would have to be a bucket. What a great bucket. So have you had a chance to see these teams play at all this year?
Yeah, we've watched. I kind of have a role in the NAIA where I try to pay attention to a little bit of everybody. So I've seen a lot of them play, too. Really, really good teams, incredibly well-coached teams. I always like the best part of the NAIA tournament is honestly getting to see these teams from different areas of the country play each other and the different styles and how they mesh. And so, I think there's some things that both of them pose to each other and to, everybody here at this pod and in the tournament, that'll be a challenge. And it's just going to be interesting to see who can control the day. Earlier I was talking about this first, game in the tournament's always kind of the hardest one. You haven't played in a while and you're walking around and you're just trying to get in the groove. You're a little nervous. Everybody's got some emotions and you're trying to see, where you're at. So it'll be good. It'll be a great basketball game, I think.
Absolutely. Well, it's classic 8-9 matchup, and both of these teams are well equipped to walk away with a win. And that shot was provided by Mr. Howard of the Red Hawks. Big pick set up top from Southwestern.
Yeah, offensively, when Southwestern has been successful, they've done a really good job of ball movement, and so that's something they really need to take advantage of.
Both of these teams are really, really good offensively and very efficient, really, really well coached. So you're going to see some stretches through both of them where you're just seeing some really beautiful basketball and the ball being shared, and they both get a lot of assists. They both can shoot the three, both challenge you in a bunch of different ways. So you're going to see a lot of good basketball in this one. As you will, it's the national tournament. Everybody left is good, so you're going to see a lot of good basketball every game.
Of course, and one of the keys to win that we had talked about in pregame for the Mound Builders is that they kind of got to muddy the game up just a little bit and really use their defense as their big leverage point and try to slow this ball game down offensively, at least for the Red Hawks. And it looks like that is exactly what they're doing, controlling the pace through defense.
Yeah, I think that's a good assessment. But Southwestern, it has will challenge you in a bunch of different ways as well. And you can see some of the Mesa pressure has been really good early in the game, and they've got a couple of guys that are just really, really good on the ball that are going to cause some problems. But if they can get into their flow and run their offense, Southwestern runs really good stuff, and I think they can find some baskets as well.
They have been methodical so far, and I'm talking about the Mound Builders, going down to Nigel John in the paint and letting him do work as the big man. It's been good. He's missed a couple, but he's also got one. And I think if they slow the pace down, they'll be able to get a lot out of that matchup. And if he can get the refs to give him some of the calls and make his free throws, I think that could be very important in this game.
Yeah, one of the real intriguing matchups in the game is Dunn, number 21 for Mesa, who's a really, really good player, and a little bit of a unique matchup in interior. So a difficult cover versus, John, all the Southwestern bigs are pretty big guys and can move you in there and stuff like that. So it's just, the give and take of, can they match up well with guarding his face-up ability and the things that he can do, and then can they, make it count on the other end where they have a little bit of a size advantage. But, easier said than done on both ends. I think it's just one of those matchups within the matchups that you kind of pay attention to.
Red Hawks working it around, taking a good chunk of clock off. So they're playing the patient game as well. Both teams playing wisely.
It's been a quick 5 minutes to the start of this game so far. And what we talked about Southwestern needs to do really well is be very good on the perimeter, have good three-point shooting. And in turn, Benedictine needs to be very good perimeter defensively, and they have been so far. Very stifling on the arc.
A good rebound from the Mound Builders. That was Hidalgo. Hidalgo in the corner. Oh, nice, over the top, hook shot. Gets it to fall, it's all tied up at 8.
That was a good couple possessions right there by Southwestern. Just good ball movement, finding the open shot, finding the open man, and he ended up getting two points there to support it.
Long-range jumper there, no good.
I thought that was a good early timeout by Coach O'Brien at Southwestern. They had kind of turned it over a couple times, and he settled them down, and you can see them, just protecting the ball and getting into their stuff and then forcing them to have to guard a lot of the possession.
The lefty with a long one.
Great play.
That was Barber. Deadly three-point shooter. Both of these teams come in tonight shooting long range right at 39%. Good shooters. All right, they're coming back. Mound Builders now have a little bit of the momentum. Over the top again. That one bounces off the rim. No good. Big rebound from Howard. Gets it out to the wing. Was able to set his feet, take his time. Anderson hits the three-point shot.
Yeah, great transition there. Finding the open man for the open three and him sinking it. That was a really good three-point shot there.
Howard is a weapon in transition, man. He gets the ball out really quick. He's great on the ball defensively, sets the tone for them offensively, and puts a lot of pressure on your defense. So you gotta get back early and settle quick and try to get in front of him, or he's going to create shots for his teammates.
Yeah, that's a little bit about what their coach talked about pregame. He talked about how they need to get back in transition defense and be very efficient in stopping them from being so fast to the rim or to the three-point.
That's going to be a foul on Howard of Benedictine, and they play stifling defense. We can already see the Red Hawks are definitely going to lean into their athleticism and just cover you all over the court. They're running through picks, and when you see a team that is doing that this early, especially in round one, you know that they have one thing on their mind, and that is going and getting the win. And Benedictine Mesa has performed. They've been one of the top 20 performers all year long. They didn't get a whole lot of voting love from the coaches, you coaches over there, but it's hard to see. I mean, in the NAIA, coaches do not get to see all the teams because there's not a ton of media coverage, and you just don't know. You depend on other people's opinions, and you try to find out. But us as the neutral viewers of the game of basketball, especially in the NAIA, we saw that Benedictine Mesa was really performing well just night in, night out, and one of their most incredible stats of the year is they beat the conference champions 3 times this year. So we know they're very, very capable of beating big-time teams.
Yeah, their peak is very high. So very, very both these teams, and you've got Southwestern's got a couple of really good wins this year too. And if you look at them when they're at their best, there's a reason that they're still playing right now. So it's not a mistake that they're here. So very, very good basketball teams. Both can make a noise in this tournament.
I like the effort from the big man.
Yeah, I do too. He's missed a couple of those shots, but I'd like to see him take some more. He's the biggest guy on the court, and I think he knows it because he's just backed down his defender and tried to get to the rim, and those shots will start to fall. Nice shot.
Nice little free throw from Dunn. And he's a great athlete, man. He's a weapon all over the court. He gets it done on rebounds, and as you see, he can step out beyond 15 feet and knock them down. Oh, great pass.
That's how they've been really successful so far offensively to start this game. Just really quick movement passes into the paint that get them easy looks.
Sawyers has been a big weapon for the Mound Builders so far, and he just runs the lanes exactly right. Creates openings for himself. Good rebound, and I think the Mound Builders, maybe you could speak to this, Coach. Mound Builders seem to be doing a great job on the defensive boards, limiting possessions. Now, some turnovers like that, bad passing, have led to fast breaks where the Red Hawks have scored. They didn't on that one, but they're doing a really good job on the defensive boards.
Yeah, I think their half-court defense and everything has really been okay. Mesa does some things that is really difficult to cover with just the way they can spread you out, but it's the turnovers that's kind of been the difference so far. They've given them some free possessions, but they are doing a good job on the glass and holding them to one, and they've made a couple of those jumpers, but if you keep them to one shot each time, then it's probably part of their game plan of what they're trying to do.
Yeah, they're going to get a hold down in the paint. And that is going to be number 25. I believe that's Marin. So team fouls are at 4. I'm sorry, Southwestern has 4. Long-range jumper. That's nothing but net. Give that to Hilton.
And that's exactly the possessions you need if you're Southwestern. Just use the entire shot clock and then make a 3 as it's ticking down. Make this game shorter and get points.
When they've been patient and made it through the whole possession, they seem to found some good looks. When they've got a little sped up and turned it over or rushed it, then they've gotten themselves in a little bit of trouble. So if they can be patient and do those, like I said, this is the battle of the contrast of styles. That's what's so exciting, is like who's going to win the day, and will the pressure and the extension and all the things that they're doing, are they going to be able to overwhelm them, or will Southwestern take control of the game and be able to play their style? And that's what makes this great.
Yeah, and so far in this game we haven't seen either style prevail, because 16-16 it's tied up, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun to see how this game progresses.
Yeah, I just think it's a very even matchup and really good team. So I think that's one of the things that makes our level unique, is as you're watching this tournament, you're going to see it throughout the day, and no matter what the numbers are beside the teams' names, you're going to see a lot of close games and a lot of good battles, because the separation is a little different, I think, in our level than it is sometimes when you're watching Division I national tournament or something like that. You're going to have a whole lot of teams that are very similar, and it's going to be some great basketball.
Yeah, Hidalgo with that last layup, and I love what he did. He used his position and backed his defender down and just squeezed it in, man, like a pro. That was high level.
They're definitely taking advantage of their size on the inside right now. When they can take care of the ball and get to their spaces.
Beautiful dime. That's a pass that comes from Sawyers, and then the big guy Eberhard finishes it off. Fantastic play.
It gives a 4-point lead for Southwestern. Need to keep it up. Get the looks in the paint, or if they can't find that, get the open shots on 3, use the shot clock, and see if they can maintain this lead and make it bigger.
That shot was just a little flat, kind of came off weirdly. Bounces out of bounds, and I believe that's going to go to the Red Hawks of Benedictine Mesa.
Oh, okay. I actually thought they gave it to Southwestern,
Well,
which I was a little surprised
have.
It looked like it bounced off his foot.
They
It seemed like they
called
gave it to Southwestern.
media timeout, I believe, and
I think they kept the ball here.
Did they?
And
Did
then they
push
gave
it
them
over
the media. I don't know if that was correct, but it did seem like they gave it there. But
yeah, I couldn't tell if they were saying that Mesa had called the timeout,
maybe.
or that was where the possession was going to go. So we'll see when they come out of the timeout here.
I've never been more excited to get out of a media timeout to see who gets the ball.
Yeah. All right. There's a lot of games going on, as I said in the pregame show. 32 games going on tonight in this first round. And you can see a conference favorite, though. Wayland Baptist is playing Carroll College up. They're from, I believe, Montana. And
107 points.
Yeah. They brought the scoring machine.
With 6 minutes left.
It's a good basketball team.
We're very familiar with that scoring machine.
It's a good basketball team.
Those guys can flat out get it done. Yep, so Mountain Builders kept the ball. It's back in play, and here comes Hidalgo. He's had a ton of success. Great closeout on the defensive help. And a rebound like no other from Eberhard. That's going to be a charge. Yeah. Mesa was absolutely standing still in the paint.
Which is unfortunate for Southwestern, but they've been dominant in the paint, especially on those couple possessions. They got 2 offensive rebounds, and It ended with them not getting points, but if you keep doing that and keep being more physical than Mesa will be, it'll be successful for you.
You're not going to hit every shot on every possession, so I count that actually a good possession because they took a lot of time off the clock, and they got some rebounds, that offensive rebounds, and that always really primes the pump for momentum.
It's the equalizer.
It really is.
It's an equalizer. It changes the game, definitely. And, in the national tournament, there's two major things, I think, that will separate teams, and that's who's going to play the hardest, because you're playing, obviously, for your life, but then, who's going to do the little things and the little details that kind of separate you in the middle of these games, because everybody's skilled and everybody's talented and everybody's got good players, so it's going to be the small things that separate in these games.
And you can tell how much both these teams want this. It's been a very physical game, very fun game to watch so far, and I'm excited to see how this one turns out.
Marin, no good for his first free throw attempt.
Southwestern has kind of controlled the pace that the game's being played at and the physicality that's being played at. You're starting to see them assert themselves a little bit in the paint, and if the game can get a little bit more wide open, that's where Mesa, I think, has their advantage, and that's where they want it. So they, speed it up, and you're seeing them come out here with a little pressure.
You're seeing a decent full court. I slightly better than token full court pressure, but it's not a fury. Starting the defense early. Little fade away off the glass, no good. That one's tapped, but highly pursued by Sawyers. He didn't get it. Now the Redhawks get one off from deep in the corner. And you give that one number 2, Zivak.
Got out in transition again. Got to create off of a long rebound. Got to create an early look, and I think that's where their advantage has been in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. When they've been able to transition and drive quickly and then kick it out to one of their shooters, they've done a good job of knocking them down.
Hilton was off left with that long-range shot. And here comes Zivak again. He got fouled on the three-point shot, so that will give him 3 freebies.
Good look, too. He was pretty open, and he almost sunk it.
Score is 20-19 in favor of the Mound Builders. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, another good push with their pace. Again, you're seeing it when the game slows down and it starts to get muddy. Southwestern controls the game. When the game opens up and it's getting pushed, then Mesa's starting to control the game. And so you're kind of seeing a little bit of both styles. So it's, can you be disciplined enough to play the way that you want to consistently throughout this entire thing? And I think that's a challenge for both teams, because I think it's, different things than we've seen a lot of the year. And so now you're, who can keep advantage.
Yes, what you're saying, it's been a lot of fun seeing both styles, and it seems like one team goes on a run, and then a couple minutes later the other team answers back, and now it scores 20-20.
That's what it's supposed to be like in the tournament. So that's it right there. One team throw a punch, and the other one throw it right back, and you just get it nip and tuck. And I heard you guys in the pregame saying that, this will probably be a close one to the end, and I don't really disagree. So it's probably going to be one of these ones that are just –
it's what we call a safe bet.
Yep.
That was Zivak. He hit 2 of the 3 free throws, and that gives Mesa the 1-point lead. Oh, that's beautiful. Done.
You see that pressure that they put on has now opened the game back up. So now you're having a Mesa stretch right here where the game is a little more open.
That one's tapped out. It'll stay with the Mountain Builders. Inbounds at half court.
I think they heard you guys talking about the full court press, because the last couple possessions they've been really successful with it.
Absolutely, and that's how you quieten down the momentum meter.
Well, these coaches are good, so they're watching. There's all the things that we're seeing, they're seeing. It's like, hey, the game slowed down. How can we speed it back up? They're doing this, and then you're going to see You're going to see Southwestern do the same thing. Be like, okay, hey, this happened. Yep. I told you earlier in the game, he called a timeout. They were a little sped up, slowed them down. They started, and this is what it's good coaching. It's a chess match. It's going to be back and forth.
I love to see the chess game, and especially when it becomes obvious like that. You can see the adjustments made in real time, and then especially when they work. It's just a lot of fun to see you coaches go at it.
Yeah, it's probably more fun to watch than it is to be in it.
Fair
when you're in it,
point.
you're doing it. You're just trying to survive.
That's what's so fun about the national tournament. You get two teams that haven't seen each other this year with very different styles, combating in a place that they're not used to. I'm excited to see how this game and this tournament shakes out.
Evan Barber hits the second one of the 2 free throws. That brings it the Mound Builders to within 2. Oh, great strip. I believe that was Hilton with the fantastic defense. Going to go down to the big man. Done. Probably just a little too much from the big. You would like to see him catch and go.
Yeah, you're the biggest guy on the court on that. Just keep the ball up and try to see if you can get the 2 points there.
Very nice play. Well done from Blackwell. He kept his options open. Dunn had set the high post pick and then followed on the outside. So Blackwell did have options, but felt confident with the shot. Oh, he was out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a great play for Blackwell, but you know Dunn is almost like a floor general as a big man setting screens. So he's setting screens and making good reads, and he puts a lot of pressure on the big man on whether to completely go to the ball or give him room because he's really efficient. You've seen he hasn't missed many of those little mid-range shots and stuff that he gets. I think is a real weapon. So you know using him in those situations is a big advantage for Mesa, and you know you got to kind of make the decision. Do you want to get it out of the ball handler's hands fast, or do you want to let him have his way? And that's not an easy decision to make. So probably a strategy they should stick with. It's been working pretty good for them, and I'm sure they will, as that's a big part of their offense.
Dunn goes up. It's off the mark. And here come the Mound Builders. They slow it down. No full court press to create some panic, so you can slow it down, and that's just a really great game plan, in my humble opinion, to let the clock be your friend. Take a lot of that shot clock down and let the clock be your friend. Minimize possessions, especially a team that really thrives on some pace. But as Coach Woodford said, they have learned over this year how to deal with slowing the game down. And you can see they're actually handling it pretty well. You're up 4 points.
Yeah, they're a really good half-court team, so they're not. It's not like they're afraid of playing in the half-court. They just have an advantage in this game, I think, of the way they push it. But very, very efficient with their offense. I like the stuff that they run. They play with good synergy, move the ball together. Lots of good things.
Big rebound from Mesa. A little fall away off the front of the rim. It gets tipped out of Hilton. It was Hilton's hands. And the chase down. Oh, the dive.
That's just awesome effort by both parties there. Just without care for their body, diving after that basketball.
Look at this. This got to make a highlight right here.
That's awesome.
Both guys on the floor.
That's awesome.
In midair.
Like a baseball slide into a base.
I'd have a question about how that's a jump ball, but that was a great effort. He's laying on his. I don't know how he tied him up from his bottom of his waist, but
I think that was a ref respect.
It was.
Effort.
That's probably what happened. It was great effort. I think the Southwestern guy got to the ball first. So as awesome of an effort it was, I don't know how that was a jump ball, but I do understand, and I think you can see a coach just asking the same question, but.
Of course.
But it was so awesome. I think they probably felt the same thing we did when we were all like, oh,
respect.
This is awesome.
Absolutely.
And that's what you want to see.
All right, you're looking at some of the games happening right now. Just 3 of the fantastic 32 games, of course, our game up in the top left. So Northwestern of Iowa, I believe they're in Iowa. Coach,
Yes.
are they in Nebraska?
Yep, they are. They're in Iowa, yes.
Yep.
Right on the border over there, doing some stuff. But, yes, a very good team. Great team.
Yeah. And there's the big scoreboard of all the games going on or will be played tonight. And, of course, it's the same for every pod. You can only play half of the games at one time. So 16 games going on right now. But tonight there will be a total of 32 games played. It's truly March Madness.
Already seeing some good games happening, and I see some of our conference teams. From my perspective, I'm seeing three of our conference teams playing already, and that's kind of cool to see.
Grace and Johnson, Grace, the number 2 overall seed, a 1 seed in their quadrant, only gets a 8-point win against Johnson, who's a 16 seed. And this is something maybe you can speak to, Coach, is that the difference between a 1 seed and a 16 seed. How big is that gap?
It's not what you imagine whenever you're watching, Division I March Madness. It's not like that. So you're talking about a team, that's a very good team and with really good players, and you'll see it again tonight with the team that Arkansas Baptist tonight, who's also a very good team who just won a big conference tournament. And these are teams that have earned their way in with really good players who do great things. So I don't think this is one of those brackets where you watch and say, let's just pick the numbers and it's going to go that way. I just don't. It doesn't seem to go that way all the time in the NAIA, and you're going to have a lot of good games, and you're seeing it already with a lot of good matchups between these teams. And what would be deemed as an upset in some, may not be as much of an upset as you think. But honestly, at this stage, whether you win by 2 or you win by 20, I don't think that Coach Moore at Grace is going to be too sad. They won the game by 8 points. I mean, I think at this point it's like let's just get to tomorrow and see if we can't do it again.
Here come the Red Hawks of Benedictine Mesa. Oh, a great steal, Sawyers. Man, he has really had a great first half.
Great energy. You gotta love the guys that play really hard, but you're seeing it from both teams. You gotta love the ones that just people are flying around and playing really hard.
Done. Step back. Off just a little short. Great rebound by Hidalgo. Here come the Mound Builders.
With how dominant we talked about Benedictine being in the paint, Southwestern has done a really good job of limiting their success in the paint.
Yeah. They're doing it, and they do it differently. So Southwestern will go post you up like you're seeing right here, and they'll post you in the paint, where Benedictine Mesa will kind of get you on some cutters and some drivers and spread you out, but both are effective in the paint equally.
Nigel John over the top from the middle of the paint, and that was actually poetry in motion for the big man.
Yeah, that's exactly what we talked about earlier. Just keep taking some of those shots, backing down your defender and getting closer to the rim. Those shots will fall, and it did right there.
No foul. And the hard-pressed defense from the Mound Builders. And looks like Oberrecht thought it should have been called a little differently. I think he felt like he got the clean steal there.
That was a great effort. Great effort right there. A little bit of a loose ball. I think he felt like it was more of a tie-up loose ball situation than a foul. Yeah. So, but just one of those things. But I'll give credit. The Mesa kid got in there and created an extra chance. They missed a shot and created another opportunity. You're seeing on both ends of the floor, guys flying in, and it's about who's gonna do the small thing and do a little bit more just to create an extra chance for your team and give yourself a opportunity.
A little short for Dunn again. He's had 3. His last 3 come up just a hair short. It's all knotted up at 25s. And back to the big man, Nigel John with it. He's getting double teamed. Somebody's open. In the corner, Sawyer looks it off.
What a shot.
Wow. That's an Indiana fadeaway right there. Oh, my goodness. Great shot from Sawyers.
They had to get it up as time was winding down and did an excellent job of getting it into the net.
Hayden gets it to Dunn. They're looking for an opening. He finds it, but that one gets swatted. It won't go without a foul, though. Nigel John will collect that foul, and that'll send Dunn to the free throw line. He's got an opportunity to tie this one back up.
And that's Dunn's advantage on this end. So as they're going at him on the other end in the post and posting him up close to the basket, this is what he does, is he can face you up. He's a really difficult matchup for some of these bigger guys, and so skilled with that mid-range pull-up game, and he's getting downhill now right at him and just puts a lot of pressure on you to just play without fouling, be smart, and also have to deal with all their other guys that they've got running around him. So good offense.
I love that California swagger that Dunn has. He just does not
looks
feel
very
like
unrattleable.
Yeah.
He looks very calm,
smooth and cool as the other side of the pillow.
Yep. That's a good, confident player.
Good switchback. Very smart play by the Mesa defense. It comes up with a win. Here comes the speed. Gets it to the corner. It's good. Give Peyton another three. He's got 2 3 balls that have gone in for him, and that will be a total of 6 points for Peyton.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's how Mesa's gotten 9 points. They've gotten a quick turnover, gone into transition, drove, and kicked it out to one of their shooters, and 3 times they've been able to knock that 3-point shot down.
2-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Under 5 now. Mound Builders have to do something. Got to get it up. It does not go. And they're going to say, with 1.4 seconds, the Red Hawks will get one more possession chance. All right, we're going to get I believe, a 30-second timeout from Coach Woodford. He wants to draw up a play.
Yeah, they did change the clock. Now it's 2.3 seconds, so it gives them a little bit more time.
Almost twice as much time.
It was a shot clock violation, so when the shot clock ended, they just went back to what the extra time was. And so they'll get a little bit of time here, yeah.
Yeah, that definitely helps. You'll at least be able, with a good pass, to get up by half-court line. The way these kids shoot these days, man, you're in range once you step on the other side of half court. That's just a jumper.
Steph Curry has changed the game of basketball.
He definitely has people practicing different stuff
Yeah.
than they used to.
I don't want to really give Steph the credit for all that. Being an old schooler. I'd like to give his dad the credit. Del Curry, one of the most deadly shooters of all time. I mean, we expected like Seth and Steph Curry to be lights out, and they are. But I'd like to give that credit to Del Curry. He's changed the game.
Sure.
All right, we got some other action going on. Freed Hardeman, the #1 overall seed, and they have just been absolutely amazing all year. Only one loss. That loss came early, one of the first games they played, and they have a very long winning streak. Really, I think it's a 26 or 7 game winning streak. They're dominant.
Just had one early loss in the season and haven't lost many games since then, so very, very good team.
Quick foul. And will that put
That'll send him to the line for a 1-and-1.
It's one of those ones where you love the effort from your player.
Yeah, but just not smart.
The risk reward. Yep. He's about to heave it up from the sideline, and I don't know, man. If you get that steal, even if you get the steal, you probably don't even have time to shoot it anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just
got to front him up. And
it's also his third foul. So just a high risk play there, and giving Mesa a chance to shoot free throws.
He converts the first of the 1-and-1. These are big buckets. Make no mistake. In a game like this where you feel like it's going to come down right to the end. And that's the half right there. Great rebound from Barber. And that will send both of these teams to their respective locker rooms to talk about maybe some adjustments. I don't know, Coach. Do you see too much to work on? I mean, they both played really hard, came out.
Yeah.
I don't think we saw too much rust.
No, I think there's some definitely. I know that their coaches are going to have some adjustments for themselves that they feel with their team. But I would say you are getting what tournament basketball looks like, which is just going to be, play as hard as you can, a lot of ups and downs, changes, back and forth stuff, and just try to clean up the things that you're doing that you're kind of beating yourself. You don't want to let yourself be beat, so you're trying to fix some of those things and then let the other things come their way. But great half from both teams, I would say.
Coach, it's been great to have you up here for the first half, and this is a lot of fun of the pods. We get to talk a lot to the VIPs of the basketball world.
We love having all these teams here. Just as a plug here for Waxahachie, it's been awesome hosting these other teams, and it's a privilege to be able to do this, and some great coaches and some great teams here, and so really blessed and to be able to do this, win or lose these basketball games.
All right, man. Thank you so much. We're going to throw it to our halftime show, which is 2 interviews from each of these coaches. I got to sit down with both of these coaches and pick their brain a little bit, but really actually just to get to know them better so you can get to know them better. And it was an absolute treat. So we'll leave you for halftime to listen to these interviews, and we'll be back shortly. You're watching the Nelson University Sports Network. Here with head coach of the Benedictine Mesa Redhawks, head coach Frank Woodford. So let's talk a little bit about how you got here. You have been to the national tournament 3 times, and you got in this year. It's actually, you're on the better half. You're an 8 seed, so you're in the top half of seeds. Talk to us about what that means to a program like yours.
It's a big deal for us. I think if you would have told me 8 or 9 years ago when I started at Benedictine that this program would be able to get an at-large bid to the national tournament, I probably would have been surprised. I think, at that time I definitely felt like there was a lot of things it would take to get there, and I didn't know if we had the ability to do it. And so the first 2 times we qualified for the national tournament, we earned, obviously, a bid. And so this time getting an at-large, I think, was a really big deal for us because it shows that we can do it. We can, over the course of a 30-game season, 28-game season, build up enough of a resume to get an at-large. And that's exciting that our program's now in that position.
Yeah, wow. Let's talk a little bit about how your career got you here. You've worn a lot of hats there at Benedictine Mesa. You head coach, assistant athletic director. Tell us, how does that work for you now? And those leadership traits that you learned from doing all those jobs, how has that helped in coaching?
Yeah, no doubt. It's a very small school, so obviously you need to wear a lot of different hats. When I started there, I was an assistant coach, and I oversaw compliance and eligibility. And then I had the opportunity to move up to head coach and AD, and I did that for 3 years. And that was a lot for sure. Yeah. It's just unique because we don't own any of our own facilities. We have no on-site facilities. So everything we use, soccer, baseball, basketball, is all rented facilities. And so there were definitely times when it was tough, when we're scrambling to get a soccer field because of a rain out or an event canceled on us with a reservation and whatnot. And so it's definitely a unique position. Luckily, the last couple of years, I've been able to take a little bit of a step back. And just be the associate AD. And I would say that it probably has affected or changed my coaching in terms of there's a lot of things you can't control when you don't own your own facilities. There's been countless times we haven't had a shoot around for a game, or we've had to post in the group chat, hey guys, practice is canceled. There's actually an event in the gym that we're using today, and they forgot to tell us. And so I've had to kind of take a step back and realize that you can take a day off from basketball. You can not have a shoot around, and it's not the end of the world. We've won games on days we didn't practice before because we didn't have a gym. We've won games on days we didn't have a shoot around because we didn't have access to a gym. And so it kind of puts things into perspective that you don't always need to do certain things a certain way in order to still be successful. And I think that that's probably made me a better coach, just because I'm not sweating a shoot around starting on time or sweating a practice going 2 full hours. There have been plenty of days we only had 1 hour of gym rental and that's all we got. And so just kind of be able to take a step back a little bit and use what you have.
So talk to us a little bit. You're from the great Southwestern Athletic Conference, right? There's some really good teams out there. Just briefly, what's it like in that conference? Give us a coach's perspective of playing in a tough conference.
Yeah, so this is our second year, and obviously last year we finished dead last in that league. Our very first year in the GSAC, we finished dead last. And so I think that year one was a lot of learning, okay, this is the consistency, the strength of quality opponent you see consistently. You know, coming from the Cowpack, which had some really good teams, but it wasn't week in and week out like we see in the GSAC. And so I think last year was definitely eye-opening of what it takes to be successful. It made me better. It made our program better. It changed our recruiting. It changed everything we did. That first year was so eye-opening that it changed a lot of things. But that's also why we've had the success we've had this year, is because we had a lot of wow moments last year and a lot of, hey, we need to be better at these things in order to compete with those teams. And I think we're able to change some things, to do some things different this year that has led to some success.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about stylistic performance or philosophy that you have. What kind of style do you hope the people that really haven't seen you play, what can they look forward to? What would you like them to see and walk away with? And, oh yeah, that Red Hawks team is this kind of style. Sure. What does that look like?
For us, we really preach depth, and not necessarily depth in terms of amount of players that get in and affect the game. But I think for us, we have 6 guys in double figures on the season, and nobody averages more than, I think, 13. I think we have 13, 12, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Wow.
And that's part of our style. We've always been like that. I tell guys during the recruitment process, I'll never have anyone average 20 points a game for me. It's just not how we play. Yep. We don't run set plays where, hey, number 12 is going to get the ball in this position. Like, our offense is wherever you're in that spot is we run. And so like it can be tough as a coach. I can be like, okay, I need to get number 12 in this position. Well, he has to be in that spot when the ball comes down the floor for us to get there. You know what I mean? And so that's why we have that depth in terms of scoring, because we don't run set plays for one player. Just whoever's in our motion is going to get the shot that possession. And so I think that's been big for the recruitment process of, hey, you might not average 20, but we're going to have 6, 7, 8 guys that are going to play a lot and all average double figures. I mean, this is probably our 3rd or 4th time in the last 5 years we've had 6 or 7 guys average 10 or more points. But again, nobody really over 15.
Yeah. Best case scenario, you're only 2 weeks out from ending, and being able to get a break. A well-deserved, much-needed break, I'm sure. What are some of the things that you're looking forward to maybe doing that maybe we wouldn't expect from Coach Woodford?
My guys don't believe me, but I read a lot of books.
Okay.
I have a stack right now at home, and I don't read in season. In season's just basketball. Yep. And so I have 3 or 4 books at home that are just waiting. And the second season's done, I'll start reading those books.
Wow. All right, Coach, so we've been watching you, and I was excited about you guys coming here because I've seen your play, and you've had some really good wins. Talk about your maybe what you would say is your best win of the year.
I think that the best win of the year was probably our game at Arizona Christian in the regular season. For us, we'd never won in that building before, but I really thought that was the best we had played on both sides of the floor all season.
Oh, wow.
But then we were able to go back and do it again there on that floor in the playoffs. Yeah. And we didn't play well that game. And that's what I really like, and why it's a big win for me, is because we didn't shoot it particularly well. We didn't defend particularly well, but we were still able to get a win there. And that was really special for the program.
So for the program, and for you that don't know, the conference champs or co-champs, I'm not sure how the conference does, but it looked like they finished on the one line. You beat them 3 times this year. How did that happen? And they still finished 1.
The Arizona Christian and Hope tied for the regular season.
Okay.
Arizona Christian had tiebreakers because they had swept Hope. We were lucky enough. I think Arizona Christian had 4 conference losses, 5 maybe, and we were 3 of them. It's just crazy how it works out sometimes. So
wow, that's amazing.
Hi, I'm Heisman Trophy winner NFL Hall of Famer Tim Brown, and you are watching the Nelson University Sports Network.
Feels good, don't it?
All right, guys, I am here with the legend, Matt O'Brien. He's the head coach of Southwestern College of Kansas. I think I said that right. Yes. The Mound Builders is the way a lot of us in the NAIA know them. And, man, you have created quite the legacy already. And I think maybe you don't even know, but a lot of people talk so great about you and your program. You are an elite program in the NAIA. So I'm so excited that you have taken the time to sit down with us. And then just let the people get to know you. So first, you're from Brooklyn.
Yes.
You go to Kansas. Give us a little insight on that journey. How did that happen?
Yeah, this unique background that I have has really helped me in my coaching career, just being from a really diverse area. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and the area code in which I grew up in is the most diverse area code in the world.
Oh, wow.
So come from a place of a lot of diversity. My dad was a New York City cop and a homicide detective in New York City. And so that's part of my upbringing as well. The toughness that hopefully you'll see behind our team comes a lot from my dad and the upbringing that I had in Brooklyn, New York. And then my mom is from a little town in Conway Springs, a farming community in Conway Springs, a 1A school where I graduated high school with like 30 classmates. So I had a really diverse background that's helped me a lot. My parents obviously have helped me a lot. So very thankful for that opportunity. And then, you know, just moving from New York City to Conway Springs was drastic for me, and so I hope I use some of that experience to help our players.
Wow. So now you've been coaching in Kansas for quite a while. Tell us how long and what that has looked like, but you're known for this consistency of success now, decades of winning programs. How did you institute that, and how have you created that consistency for Mound Builder Nation?
So this is my 20th year as a head coach, 17th year at Southwestern. I'm so proud to be the coach at Southwestern College. It's no place I'd rather be than at Southwestern, serving our students there. We've done it with a lot of hard work and good people. So we really look for high character kids who are willing to work hard and listen, and you know, we keep finding them and they keep really working hard for us, and that recipe's been excellent to us, and we'll try to keep it going as long as we can.
Sure, and you really emphasize community service and academic success. Talk a little bit about what you do to instill that and where that leadership comes from for the program. How do you keep that going? Is there something specific you do?
Yeah, so we feel like how you do anything is how you do everything. So we're really trying to find good students. We feel like those are the people who are going to get stuff done. When you ask them to do stuff they don't like to do, they still do it. And we definitely ask them to do a lot of stuff they don't like to do on the court, from our conditioning and our weightlifting and a lot of the boring stuff that we have to do. Yeah. Good students are used to doing that. Yeah. And then the character piece is something that, you know, we really try to work on and instill to our players on how to be a servant leader. And we have 2 or 3 events. The best one we have is a Champions of Character game, where we bring all the students from the Winfield community in, and we give them a presentation on the pillars of the Champions of Character through the NAIA. Yeah. And so that's been over 15 years of doing that. And so it does a lot for the community and also does a lot for our players. So we're really thankful for a community that supports us so much.
Wow, that's powerful. There's going to be a lot of audience out there that are watching the pod. You're now in the national championship tournament. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Stylistically, every team has a personality and a style, it seems like. What would you like the folks out there that haven't watched you play, build some expectation? What is it that you would like them to see stylistically from your team?
Yeah, so if you tuned in to us through the past, we've had some nice runs in the national tournament in the past. We were flying around the court and played one of the fastest paces in the country. This year we've kind of slowed it down a little bit. We've had quite a few injuries, and so you'll see a little bit different type of team than we normally have, that people have seen throughout the country. But I think the one most important thing will remain the same. I think our togetherness and the spirit that we play together. Hopefully, when you watch us play, I'm excited to have all these great cameras here, and you'll see some of the facial expressions of our guys and the encouragement that they give each other and the passion that they play with. I think that's what makes us special is the passion and the togetherness and how much our guys care about each other.
Yeah, I got to see a little bit of your practice, and a couple of my guys on the team, on my media team, we were talking about how intense every step was, every cut to the basket. And a lot of times, you know, you see guys trying to conserve energy. So I was thoroughly impressed just in kind of a walkthrough scenario how intense the guys were. So I could see that and tell, like, these guys have come to play basketball and win this thing. They've got winning on their mind. We're getting to the end of the season. So best case scenario, you win the whole thing. You're done in about 2.5 weeks.
Yep.
So what does Coach Matt O'Brien do once he gets into that break? Give us maybe an oddity or something that no one would guess that you're going to go and partake in and do when you get the break.
So I need help with that because
Okay.
I don't really have any hobbies. Just, you know, my number one hobby is Southwestern basketball and all we do with our team. But I will say I really enjoy spending time with my family. I really do, and really enjoy spending time with my wife. Whatever we do, we have a lot of fun, and I am looking forward to that. As much as I like our guys, when the season's over, it's the next chapter of the year takes place, and I'm looking forward to that as well.
That's awesome, man.
Thank you so much. The best of luck to you. You guys look like you're prepared, and Mike could do something special here in the. There you have it.
We do, and whatever results happen, we'll be good with it.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much for taking the time. Yeah, there you have it, guys. That was a great interview with both the coaches of these two teams, and you got to hear their thoughts as coaches about life, about coaching, and such a blast to be able to host a pod and really get to know people that are swimming around in your pool that you just don't really get to know during a year. And wow, fantastic defense.
Yeah, great pick right
from
there.
Howard. Now that puts Benedictine Mesa up by 6. Coming out hot from the locker room.
Yeah, they did. They got 4 quick points, but if this game is going to continue like it did in the first half, I'm sure Southwestern will answer back pretty quickly.
The big man, he gets slapped on the wrist. They didn't call that one, but they called the blocking foul underneath. And I think that will send him to the line to shoot 2 free ones. These are big. Yep, Nigel John. He's got 2 points so far in the game. He's a big rim protector. He will do a lot of things that you don't see on the stat sheet. He's the scary guy underneath.
Yeah, he's a big, demanding presence in the paint, and we've seen that so far, backing down defenders and getting as close to the rim as he can to take shots.
Misses both, and here come the Red Hawks from the corner. That's Peyton. He gets one to fall after bouncing off the big man.
Yeah, that was just a really good layup, pushing through the contact, getting to the rim, and sinking it.
Red Hawks coming out with a solid performance out of the locker room. And the Mound Builders a little soft on the scoring. Nigel John trying to work his way in. He's triple teamed. That one's off the mark. Here come the Red Hawks. They're turning up the pace just a little bit. First half, they were fine with the slower pace. Got knocked out by Howard. That one's off the mark. Yeah, that's going to be a foul going after the rebound. And that's no shooting foul. That's just going to be good hard foul from the Mound Builders.
And something they were very successful at in the first half was limiting those offensive rebounds and second possessions for Benedictine, but so far to start this second half have struggled a little bit.
Peyton will throw it in for the Red Hawks. Done. Gets it. Howard. Stutter step. Over the
really
top.
good shot.
That's just a crazy athletic move.
It was really good defense, just even better offense to get that one to fall.
The three-quarter pickup. It's not technically it's not a press. It's just very ferocious defense. That one goes in.
Good, and that's a good possession that Southwestern needed. First points to the second half.
Mountain Builders definitely needed to see one go in. It's an 8-point lead for the Red Hawks. Done, down on the line. Sweet little jumper, no good, long. Here come the Mountain Builders. We'll try to make good with back-to-back possessions. Barber gets trapped up top, he gets out of it. Step back, no go. Gets it down to the big guy. That one's going to count. He's going to go to the line, try to earn a three-point play the hard way. And this could be huge. He makes this, it's a 5-point turnaround on what was a 9-point lead.
Yeah, we talk about this in football games where maybe the team that has the ball last may end up winning the game, and in this basketball game, it may just be whoever finds a run to end the game will win it.
Beautiful free throw. Great rotation, a good stroke there from the big man, Nigel John, and he did some great work in the first 3.5 minutes of the second half. Done. Such a smooth player, great with his feet. The spin around, one-handed off the glass conversion. Sawyers. One of the hardest working. He's a very blue-collar player. I mean, he's everywhere. Barber. That one gets tapped out.
A lot of physicality defensively from Mesa, which is what we saw in the first half, and they're just continuing that into the second half. A lot of high-effort defense.
They get it in.
Really good play right there. Great lob and slam. That was an awesome play there by Southwestern.
Off the mark. Good rebound from the Mountain Builders. If they could get even just 2 here, it would be huge.
Yeah, get them back into a one-possession game. That's after the second half started, Mesa came out pretty hot, but Southwestern has answered very well.
That one's off the mark, but it almost came down and went in.
Yeah, I thought it might.
Looked like it was going to hit the cable, which is about 17 feet in the air. So another chance for the Mound Builders. Got to get it in. They do. Hidalgo. He had a great first half. Over the top.
Ooh,
that
just
doesn't go
rolls
in.
out.
He follows it up, gets a rebound. Sawyers. Here comes Barber with the fake. Gets it to Hidalgo. Hidalgo goes up and over. Great rebound. That's going to be a foul on Dunn. And that'll be a shooting foul.
That's just an awesome possession right there by Southwestern. Absolutely dominating the glass.
3 offensive rebounds, 4 good looks at scoring, and we're going to get a timeout, which will perfect timing. Because we got another special guest to join us here in the booth, and I'm really excited about this guest, Mike Abasolo. Did I say it right, or was I close?
Yeah, close
Abasolo.
Absolutely.
A little soft on the O's. I should. Abasolo. I like it. I like it.
it's not as hard after you say it once. Then you realize it's just like the spell.
Mike, what is your role with the Mound Builders and up in Kansas?
I'm the assistant athletic director and sports information director.
Wow.
The athletic department. So, yeah.
We got the VIPs, Ethan.
We do.
I don't know
We are
about
very
that.
blessed.
Yeah.
No, we got the VIPs. I love it. So tell us a little bit of you've watched the first half, and now you're up here in the booth. What are you thinking? Give us a little bit of inside the Mountain Builder Nation thought.
Yeah, I thought we definitely were preparing for their pressure, and I think we were at 10, maybe a little bit more turnovers there in the first half. So that's definitely given us a little bit of problems. So I was good to see even on those turnovers, they weren't leading to points every single time, so we were able to manage that. But for our turnovers, we were able to kind of even that out with the rebounds. So we were able to kind of keep possessions back. Yeah, great rebounding, especially in the first half. The defensive rebounding was fantastic. And now the offensive rebounding has been on point, at least in the last 4 minutes. It's a very big emphasis for Coach O'Brien to have his guards doing the O boards and crashing, and they call them kamikaze rebounders sometimes. So, yeah. You can see that. And those free throws gets the Mound Builders back to within 3. Huge, because they were just down 9. Yes.
Yeah, this has been a game of runs, and I assume that will continue.
Oh, that is a huge three-pointer. And that is at the hands. I don't have him on the roster just right in front of me. I believe that's Louis Marine. Here come the Red Hawks. I'll step back. No good. A great rebound by Hidalgo.
It's been great to get Zach back. He led the country in rebounding a year ago, and he got hurt, so it's been good to have him back.
I can imagine. He has absolutely been dominant today on the glass. Oh, don't like that call. I think that's just general contact. I don't believe that the defender had his feet set. And maybe a little extra effort on the fallback made it look worse than it was.
I was pleased to see they were going to let both teams play in the first half, which you would expect at a national tournament. So I think that's a little difficult to look at after they let them go in the first half.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. A lot of banging going on in the first half, and fairly clean game.
Yeah, but extremely physical.
Oh, that was so short it dropped straight down and went off of Hidalgo's hand out of bounds. You'll see how it comes down really quickly.
Yeah, it's a little too quick for him to react to it and bounce off his hand. Gets Mesa another possession here.
Peyton. Peyton. No good, but a great rebound.
And stolen away there by Barber. Get Southwestern the possession back. That's really important because after that offensive rebound, Benedictine was going to get another chance there at 2 points, but Southwestern and Barber prevented that and got the turnover.
It was a great effort by Busenhart to come in off the bench and just get some really valuable minutes. Sawyers gets it up quick to the big man.
Same guy, 2 charges.
Yeah, he collected. He's got 2 charges in the book. Olmstead, I believe it was. Yeah. Just wanted to make sure. I was watching the ref report that just to make sure. And it was indeed a player control foul from Eberhardt. Here comes Dunn. And Eberhard with another foul. 2 quick ones for the big man.
Dunn has good pace. Good pace about him. No problem facing up, hitting that little 15-footer.
Yeah, we talked about him a little bit in the first half about how rattled he seems to be about anything. And just very cool and collected at all times.
Yep, good poise.
Absolutely forces his defender to play at his pace and finds a way to get a lot of good looks and sometimes gets himself to the free throw line as well.
Hidalgo with a great rebound. Got a little triangle of pressure in this press. We're going to say that was 10 seconds.
Oh.
So the Mound Builders did not get the basketball across the timeline.
That's a couple times in a row now that the press has really caused them some trouble on their offensive possessions. If they can get past the half-court line and just slow it down after that, they'll find success offensively again.
Done. In the corner.
It's the pinball machine down there.
Great defense from the Mound Builders. They're getting a run to go. Really need this one to get in the bucket. Hidalgo. And we're going to say that was a at first, I believe everybody in the gym thought he called it on the line because he did point at the line, but I think he was pointing at the spot in which the blocking foul was called, and the blocking foul did go against the Red Hawks. So that will keep possession for the Mound Builders. Cross court, it was last touched by the Red Hawks.
So that was Dunn's third then, right?
I believe it was. I did not
big.
see what it looked like. He reported 21, so I'm going to assume that it was against Dunn.
Yeah, and with that, he comes out of the game. That's huge for both teams, just with scheme, and he's obviously a huge part of Mesa's team. So having him out of the game for any time is big for Southwestern.
Hidalgo going through the car wash there. Getting a lot of hands swatting at the ball. He did collect a foul. That'll put him on the line for 2. Every free throw is extremely important.
It's good to get Hobright back in. Foul trouble, but Dunn's out. We got a ball handler back in, but we need to keep Isaac out of foul trouble here in the second half.
A little long, and it goes in on the shooter's touch bounce. And that brings the Mound Builders to within 4. Nice effort. And the follow-up.
Yeah, both shots just like a centimeter away from falling in.
The double team up top, trying to get the trap. It didn't work. Mound Builders could not find the open man fast enough. 7 seconds. Oh, that is a beautiful play by the big man, Nigel John.
Great move by Nigel. It's good to see. Good to see.
Now go ahead, sorry.
Oh, if we get another big stop here.
He's had a really good game so far, just being very physical. And possessions like that is where Southwestern has thrived, using the whole clock, having great ball movement, finding an open look as the clock ticks down.
Great pressure, closeout pressure.
Good offensive possession led into a good defensive possession. We'll see if they can tie this game up or take the lead here.
Good read. Big dunk. Luis Marin having a great game.
I thought Benedictine's ball pressure was phenomenal the way they started. So I was curious to see if they were going to be able to keep that up for 40 minutes. So it's
they
dropped
have
a little bit.
They have really made that a big staple in their game plan for as long as I've been watching them this year. They have played great defense, and really hope to see their offense flow out of the good defense. I think that has been a great strategy this year that Coach Woodford has put into place there for the Red Hawks, and it's paid off, man. They beat Arizona Christian University 3 times this year, who were highly rated all year, and they finished as the conference champs. But that just shows you how potent this defense is for Benedictine Mesa.
It travels. It travels well.
It does. Defense wins championships, and that's an old saying. Even, yes, I'm calling myself old because I am, but back in my day, that's what coaches say or said, and I believe that saying actually still holds water some 30-something years later. Oh, a big upset. Bellevue goes into Huntington, and it just goes final, the number 3 seed. So a 14 seed, the first big upset of the tournament, and you know it's going to happen. Huntington is a host pod, by the way, and very interesting. Anything, it's just one game. You just got to play one game, right, Coach?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Survive in advance. That's good stuff. Good for them.
Oh, big time
Hidalgo.
And the Mountain Builders are getting pumped up. He has a chance.
Yeah. Put up a prayer, and
How
it was
did he
answered.
get that off?
That was unbelievable.
Oh,
what a great shot.
Yeah.
See if he can make it 3 points here.
Yeah, let's see if he can finish it off. Great play.
To bring it within 1. He misses, but it's still just a 1-possession game. Here come the Red Hawks with the speed. I think the crowd wanted traveling, but it got blocked. Here comes Barber, the sure hands. Hilton. Went down to John. He's getting double teamed. Hilton. That's probably going to be a foul. They're going to say it's a 2-shot foul as well.
Olmsted doesn't agree with it. He's asking his coach to replay it. Regardless, the foul was called, and so we'll have a chance to tie up the game here.
I don't think that's challengeable.
Kids watch too much TV.
Yeah.
I think coaches should start to chart their kids as review fingers, and if it's wrong throughout the year, they get it's a little bit of running for it.
Hilton gets the first of the 2, and he now has a chance to knot this one up at 46.
And he does.
And
ties his game up.
Good
Let
for Austin.
the nail biting begin.
Yeah. TJ's in overtime. Good for them.
Overtime. Oh, wow. It's a good game.
Yeah.
Could be 2 potential huge upsets.
And I think our first overtime of the tournament, and that is McPherson from your conference, the KCAC.
Freshman of the year, Gunn from Oklahoma, is a great little point guard for him. He beat us twice for sure.
Oh, great block. And that goes off the back. It was the right call. It's all right. Just got to keep your head up. It was a great attempt. I love that Barber dribble drive, get down there, try to get a shot off, maybe collect a foul. Just that possession didn't go your way. Off the back. Marine, no good. Still knotted up at 46.
And you could tell just how much both these teams want this so bad. Just every rebound is fought for. Every turnover is a huge difference. It's just been such a fun game to watch.
The step back from the lefty, no good. Yep. A little too much contact there going after the rebound. And
Austin's already got him 9 rebounds here. Is he? Oh, 10. Yeah, he's already at 10. Went for 11.
When Southwestern's run began a little bit was when big number 21 came off the court and he's back onto the court. So we'll see if maybe that run gets stifled here or Southwestern can push through it and score some more points.
Yeah, if they don't get a touch to him right away.
Nice. Easy 6-footer. Marine, at least he made it look easy. I know that was not actually easy. Hilton trying to use the pick. Gets stuck. Hidalgo back to Hilton. 4-3.
Nice shots.
Netting by Mr. Hilton.
That gives him a double-double on the game. 10 points, 10 rebounds. He's had himself.
Now, as long as he's making shots, I'll start bragging about. I used to coach him when he was younger, so
there you go.
I'll take credit for some of those.
The first lead for the Mound Builders. Rebound Hidalgo. And we talked about this in pregame, Coach, that one of the keys for the Mound Builders to come out and get this win was to keep this game muddy enough that you keep it under 65, you got a real good chance.
Yes. Yep. That was an unfortunate lob there. Too much, even for Zach, who can go get it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm right about this, but I think his head might have hit the backboard. I don't know if he got that high, because that'd be pretty
we can see it.
Unbelievable.
Oh, you got
it.
Not
Was
quite
his
that
hand.
high, yeah.
Like his elbow, like kind of bounced, ricocheted off the backboard.
I have no idea what that's like.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Can't relate.
For me, so I can't really tell you.
I think I've hit an 8-foot backboard before.
Hilton, he hit the last big three-pointer. 1-point ball game. Mound Builders now in the lead. Great patience from the Mound Builders. Oh, Hidalgo.
Really good shot. He's leading the team in scoring for this game, and he has a double-double himself. 14 points, 10 rebounds.
He's got great soft
effort.
hands. And another rebound.
I'd like to get one here. Yeah. Oh, Coach OB is going to pull it out. Make sure we get a little good look at this possession.
Oh, my goodness. He's filling it. Mr. Hilton.
And that's a huge made three. Get Southwestern up 6 points when they were just down, a minute ago. And that's a huge run out there for Southwestern.
Well, they got down by 9 within the first 4 minutes of the second half. And the Mound Builders just would not be denied. Kept fighting, kept scrapping, getting offensive rebounds, getting multiple putbacks, going to the line, hitting free throws. And all of that now has created the momentum to go up by 6 with right at 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes left in the game. I mean, a lot of game left to play, and I don't think the Red Hawks are actually going to go anywhere. We predicted this would probably be a one-possession nail-biter right at the end, and it's going to be hard to tell who is going to be on top at the end. And my sincere gut instinct was, if it's under 65, favor Mound Builders.
Okay. I think one thing I would look for with them, whenever you have the ability to kind of dial up pressure the way they do,
Yep.
That's a great way to stop runs. It's a great way to claw your way back in. So.
Oh, I 100% think we're going to see the two-man front in the press.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When they were successful on defenses, when they were doing that, they
Yep.
were not allowing Southwestern to have an easy time down the court.
They have a 2-2-1 press and a 2-1-2 press that they go to. They run that 2-1-2 as a triangle threat, and it was very, very effective in the first half. Here comes Dunn. He hasn't seen a lot of offensive action as of late. They need to get him back involved. Here comes Peyton. That one was heavily deterred from the big man, Nigel John. And at this point, Coach, you think maybe the patient game is the way to go?
Yeah, I know he's definitely going to be selective right here. Kind of start to string this out. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, their player was there. And that'll give Olmsted his third charge of the game, receiving charge. And that will give Nigel John his third foul of the game.
Being aggressive, I like it. Going to the basket.
You got to go. I really like that. He got committed. You could see him thinking about it as the ball bounced to his hands, and he got committed and went for it.
Yeah.
You can't fault him for that.
No.
You see the big scoreboard there. All the games going on. This is just the first set of games this evening, and this is so much fun.
I hope for the Builder Nation back at home, they may not know, but on the mega board hanging from the half court, every time they're in the chat and they're talking about they're watching or Go Builders, that everybody in the gym can see that. So it's really cool.
Good recognition there, Coach. And it's true. Log on into your YouTube chat or your Facebook comments. We're picking it up, and we can feature those. We do. If you say something, obviously, we screen it. It's got to be clean, but the players on the floor can see that. And we've had tell from players like it's definitely inspirational. And you've got a strong Mountain Builder Nation in the Schaefer Center right now. They're saying, I see them clapping and pointing, and it's a lot of fun.
And Coach O'Brien's nephew, who's playing professional overseas in Germany, he was in the chat there celebrating Zach, so awesome. Too. Yeah,
it's really cool. Yeah, it's cool to see some people just around the world. We had a viewer from Argentina earlier as well.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see everybody tap in and show them where we're watching.
Six-point lead for the Mound Builders, playing pristine, patient basketball. It's under 10. Off the back.
And even though he did make the shot there, he took almost 30 seconds off the clock. That's a positive possession there for the Mound Builders.
Oh, that is a great rebound.
That might be the fourth on Nigel.
I think it is. Nigel's so big, I did not even see Blackwell there. And then all of a sudden, Blackwell comes up with the ball, and Nigel John gets the ring up for the foul. And Coach O'Brien's got a decision to make here.
He's got a decision to make. Yeah, it looks like we can go with Eberhardt on the big if we need to. We can get Eli Sawyer back in there if we need to. And let Zach run that 5.
Yeah. Sawyer is a great player to have in there, and just a guy that just gets after it.
Yeah, but I like the idea of keeping John in here. He's had a really good game. He's been dominant. So keeping him in this game as long as you can is productive for you guys.
Well, he has definitely been a great rim protector. The last couple of possessions, he has been hands up in the way, being a deterrent from anything called a clean shot.
Yeah, making it difficult. If I can with this timeout, I would.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would love to say how thankful we are for everything that is professional and as great as this thing has been run this week for us. It has been fantastic from everything you guys do here in the facility, and I know it's a lot of hard work to just organize and you guys make it run so smooth for the players and the team. So it's exciting for these young kids to get to come experience this and then to come into a facility like this that you guys have. It's been great.
Well, thanks for saying so, and a lot of that work is by Dr. Jesse Gotting, our athletic director here at Nelson. He does such a phenomenal job, has great vision for how these things should be run, and we're like you, kind of we're on the train for the ride, and we love to be absolutely 100% in and a part of this, and having fantastic teams like Southwestern and Benedictine Mesa is cherry on top. Oh, what a great layup from Barber.
That gets them back to a 6-point lead. That was a huge shot, and what an awesome shot there.
Gutsy play there, man. Just going into the big man, and he's a lefty, so that was just, he knew, confident, going to a strong hand.
There's another
Howard.
John.
Yep. John playing hard, even with 4 fouls.
Good for him, yeah. You'd hate to see a guy backing up with his hands and trying to avoid it. Just keep playing through it.
Yeah, I believe they're going to get Hobrecht. Did I say that correct?
Hobrecht.
Hobrecht.
Yeah.
My apologies. Hobrecht.
Yeah, that makes sense with how it's spelled. No.
Well,
right.
Stop it.
That's exactly right. Yes, the Apostolos and the Hobrechts, we all understand how that comes out. His mom usually has a sign that says it's pronounced Hobrecht. So
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Isaiah Howard. He willed that one in, and he's very aware how important these free throws are. If he hits this one, it'll bring it just to a shallow 2-possession game.
And Hobrecht blew a tire in pregame. He had a shoe kind of blow out and fall apart, so we had to put some shoe goo, super glue in it. So I don't know if it's holding or not, right?
Yeah.
What a time
for
that to happen.
No kidding, yeah.
Big time defense.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to get Howard with the touch at the top. Barely. Mound Builders barely get that across the timeline.
Coach O'Brien does a great job with the press breaker, that he actually gets it down from a practice standpoint to where they just get a 3-2-1 cross. And the kids never panic, and it's actually part of what he wants to do.
And you can see.
And a lot of people always think, oh my gosh, we're almost going to get it, but he does such a good job with those guys, not panicking.
And you've seen that in this game. Benedictine's ran the press almost the whole game, and Southwestern's done a really good job of pushing through it and getting past the half-court line.
Barber with 2 clutch free throws to extend the lead back to 6. Plenty of time to play. Dunn trying to get involved, and he can. That's what he can do. You got to keep him out of range, which is difficult. The press. I think that's going to be a jump ball. Ah, yes. This is championship vibes, you guys, in the Schaefer Center. Both teams.
The Builder fans are offering some help here with this call.
Of course. I love it. It was great. Good,
How
clean
nice of them.
fun. I love it.
Yeah, they're just trying to help. How kind.
Now, Isaac's dad is a college basketball coach here in the state of Texas. And
oh, wow.
I think he may know a few of those guys by first-name basis there in the stands there. So
Must be fun for them. Yeah, I mean,
they're going to take a look. They're looking at the replay, and we're not allowed to show you while they're looking. But I believe they're just going to make sure the contact was not in violation of being overly aggressive. And that's my political way to put that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they try to go with the cylinder on that, with the tie-up trying to happen at the same time.
I think I don't think there's going to be any conclusive evidence that overturns anything or adds anything to this. But I like it. The refs are definitely trying to do the right thing, and player safety is definitely atop the list of concerns, and as it should be. But both teams getting a little rest here.
Needed, yeah. Taking advantage of that for sure, especially with a short bench for us right now.
Yeah, with just under 3 minutes left in this game, you know both teams' legs are going through it right now, so any break you can get is huge for the legs and the lungs.
It was called a jump ball, and I believe they're going to stick with it. They're just clarifying with one another, and now there was a report. We're waiting on the report. Okay, we'll see. This is what the referee's final look at was.
Yeah, that's close.
Yeah. I think they were trying to see if Howard, he did have a hand extension around the head area. And they wanted to see, was this some kind of flagrant issue? I don't think it is.
Now, with the point of interruption at half court, yeah, they were going to move it to the baseline.
All right, McPherson, your KCAC compadres are now in the losers column.
Yeah, I hate that
they
for
go
TJ.
down to,
it's a good group.
Yeah, man, but that would have been a huge upset.
Yes.
Huge upset.
Yes.
Oh, nice look. Smooth by Dunn.
Yeah, that's a big shot, getting this lead down to just 2. Anybody's game here in the final 2.5 minutes.
Here comes that 1-2-2 trap press.
Now, has anyone else scored other than Dunn in these last 2 possessions? I think, right? Has it been
Yeah,
just
I
Dunn?
don't think so.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's just Dunn.
As we would expect.
Absolutely.
Howard can get it done as well. Oh, long distance. Tried to dial it up. No good. Over the back, that's going to send Nigel John to
no,
the
we're
bench.
staying here.
Oh, wait a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
Let's see this. Does he have position?
Oh, Dunn shoved him.
Yeah, he did. That's
Wow. Good recognition by the ref. The hands underneath.
And I
He
kind of
fell
thought
out.
that was his 5th.
It is.
And it is. Yeah, that'll be it for him on the game. And that's huge for Southwestern in this final couple minutes because he has been the huge scorer for Benedictine
Howard
Mesa.
definitely can get it done for the offensive side. He's just probably going to have to dribble drive, penetrate from the wings, and maybe they can get some of their long distance shooting back up. They're good shooters.
So they got Olmstead to check back in for him. So it's already got 3 charges today.
Yes, yeah, 3 charges. And he's taking a beating, but he's pushed through it, and he's back in this game. See if he can make a difference for his team in these final couple minutes.
We haven't seen Zyvac in a little bit. He's a really good three-point shooter. I mean, there's 2 minutes left. That's in end of game sequencing. That's an eternity, it feels like. Oh, Hidalgo somehow. Are you kidding me? What an effort.
Yeah.
What an absolute all-out effort. Hidalgo and Hilton almost comboing for a miraculous rebound and recovery.
Yeah, he was even able to find a guy to pass it to. He just stepped out of bounds. That was really good effort there.
2-point ball game. Peyton. He's got a couple threes. Oh.
You know, they've gone away from that backdoor look that they have there on that wing entry, and I thought a couple times it was there, but they just don't even go for it, and they go over the dribble handoff.
So that's going to put the Mound Builders on the free throw line for a sure 2 shots. 2 attempts, I should say.
I like Zach at the line. I like
Nigel
at the line late. They've done a great job for us. So
14 and 12 on the game. He's
What a game.
and a ton of stuff that doesn't show up in the stat line. Just so much effort and intensity throughout this whole game, offensively, defensively. Missed that shot, but he's played a very good game.
These are the ones, though. Yeah. You're in no miss territory now.
Zach's battled back with a wrist injury, played through it.
He misses both, but they get the rebound. Now you want to work the clock.
It ends up being a good miss. You could drain the clock some more, like you said, and maybe get 2 or even 3 points at this possession.
Peyton playing great connected defense. Marine and Sawyer's. Oh, great come through still.
Homestead.
Good transition defense there, slowing them down, not allowing them to get some quick 2 points on a drive.
What a good glue guy Olmsted is.
Oh,
Charges,
yeah.
steals late,
Howard
elevator screen.
getting it down to Marine. Oh,
Nice shot.
Man, just the determination and willpower from Marine to get that all knotted up. 58-58. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
This is a game of runs, and it has been so far, so whoever can get on a run this last minute. Oh, just
not
trickles
gonna
out.
win. Oh, gets it out. Here come the Red Hawks. Peyton on the wing, waits for his team.
Just under 30 seconds now.
And there is 4 seconds
4
4
point
seconds
difference.
separating, yeah.
between the game clock and the shot clock. All right, let's hear your best strategy here, Coach.
Well, it's definitely going to come into some stops here. So from a size standpoint, we're going to need Zach to guard the rim, and everyone else is going to have to be highly communicative here on the defensive side. And I think offensively, you want to squeeze every second out of this clock to get a chance to go in, to not leave us with much left.
For sure.
We got a little up shooter checked in.
Oklahoma Wesleyan up big against Southern of New Orleans. And
Oh, wow.
I got it well in hand. SEU, Southeastern University from Florida, playing Madonna. That's a tight one.
It was over 100 points combined into the early part of the second half. A high-scoring game.
I love this. Hidalgo talking with the ref. And this is very high IQ veteran leadership.
He was just checking on dinner plans after.
Yeah, and what you do is you build rapport with the referee. Let them know that you know what's going on.
25's going to get a touch here. Shooter's going to spread the floor.
Howard's probably going to look for an isolated pick kind of play so he can dribble drive,
Time
get a
ticking
shot
down.
off.
10 seconds on the clock left.
Wide open, Peyton.
Good look.
Woo!
He sinks it.
Clutch from the corner. Are you kidding me?
What an unbelievable shot to get up 3 in the final 10 seconds of this game.
0.2 seconds. Plenty of time for Builder Nation to get on that chat.
Yeah, with how good of a three-point shot team they are, this is definitely a doable 6.2 seconds left to try and tie this game. Send us to overtime.
Yeah, this is where it gets you as a coach, because you're in that huddle if you're Benedictine telling them no fouls, no fouls, no fouls.
Yep.
Guys, and for as much pressure as they apply, and all of a sudden they're going to try to back off on that. That gives us a better opportunity to maybe get a better look.
I don't know. There's also some coach theory that goes, hey, let's challenge them at get off a little bit. It takes a second or two to get it up to half court, and then give them a hard challenge, maybe a good hard foul, non-shooting foul, let them get on the line, shoot the 2, put the pressure on, and then, not much time left. Then you tap it out, And, those kind of – there are a lot of scenarios that could go down here.
Yeah. Yeah, the foul to avoid that is always dangerous in these. You've practiced it and you work on it, but then that kid at that time in that moment might foul a good shooter.
Yeah, potentially even if he can get a shot up as he gets fouled and find a way to sink it, you could end up winning this game with a 4-point play.
Coach Woodford has done an absolutely amazing job with this Benedictine Mesa group, finishing last in conference last year to now getting a chance to win a first-round national basketball game. Mountain Builders still have a couple tricks in their bag.
Hilton, shooter, wide left.
I'm winding down, just 2 seconds left.
And that's it. Didn't get a good, clean look at it, and you got to give the Red Hawks of Benedictine Mesa hats off. Great defense. Not fouling. I don't know that it would have been terrible to foul on the shot, right?
And it was really good pressure. They had it boxed in there. Yeah, at the end, they weren't worried about it. Played really good D. Made it look difficult.
What a fantastic win for Benedictine Mesa. The Red Hawks, Red Hawk Nation, very, very happy. And Mountain Builder Nation, such a class group. The fans cheering on their boys as well as giving some respect to the opponents. It was a hard-fought battle. It came down to the last
6 seconds.
15
last
seconds
little run,
or so.
yeah.
Oh, big three. What a big three.
What a huge shot, yeah.
For Peyton, who only shot 4 long bombs. He hit 2 of them. Actually, I think it was 3 for 4.
Yeah, I
don't
you're right.
remember him shooting a 5th. So I think he was 3 for 4. So a great shooting night for Peyton. And I think okay, so they corrected me back in the stat room. It was 4 for 7, but still a fantastic shooting night, over 50% for that young man. And, it's hard not to give player of the game to the guy that wins the game for you.
Yeah.
So I believe we're going to declare him the Nelson University Sports Network player of the game for game 1. So many great plays, great players on the court in this first game. We knew it was going to be hard. 8-9 to 8 seed walks away with the win. And it's always sad because it's the end of the road for one team or another at this time. But what a really great season for Southwestern College of Kansas and the Mountain Builder Nation. I know that had to be a lot of fun, Mike, and just a great season. At some point, the season's going to end, and I know that you want it to end on a win, but the likelihood that it's only going to happen for one team, right?
Yes, yeah, and I was, even though it's going to sting a little bit, but great to see them come out and compete.
Man,
and
they did.
And we're still in a game to win and put themselves in good positions, and just from playing hard, hustling, which is just every bit the culture that Coach O'Brien builds with the program. So,
yeah,
and it was great to see Builder Nation show out tonight here in Waxahachie, Texas. So
yeah,
that was fantastic.
All right, well, that is part 1 of this great doubleheader, first round in the Schaefer Center. We'll be back in just a few minutes with some thoughts on the Nelson University and Arkansas Baptist University matchup. It's the number 1 against the number 16 seed. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss it. You're watching the Nelson University Sports Network.